Hello everyone. Today is day 8. Today what we are going to discuss is two more projects on CrewAI, as well as I will show you a new GitHub repository that you can follow along as well as copy. We have two, one of which is coder and another one of them is engineering team. Now it does contain a quick starter on what is CrewAI. So it's an open source Python framework for orchestrating role playing autonomous agents. So interesting thing here is role playing. So each of the agents can be assigned a specific role and they will act accordingly. Now we do have some other details around agent, task, crew, process, and tool. So these are some of the keywords that you need to know while working with CrewAI. Some helpful documents here. And yeah, starting with a core concept. So we do have a sequential flow. These are two flows that we have, sequential as well as hierarchical. Sequential is basically agent A do some task, provide an output, may or may not pass to task agent B, agent C, and so on and so forth. So this is a linear. In Crew, another thing that we have is hierarchical flow. So we have a manager agent. This is the engineering project that we are going to do, and it can assign different tasks to different agent based on the. We are using UV for package managing here. So yeah, it is also recommended package for QA. So pip and both VENV is replaced, and UV is very fast in that. You do need OpenAI API key for this specific project if you're just trying to copy, but down the line you can add more model by yourself. CrewAI is model agnostic, so it can support any of the model that is available out in the market. You just need to provide a specific API key and CrewAI will handle the rest. Now there is some instruction on how to create the project. So it's just first is you need to install the CrewAI CLI. Once you install, you just have to run this command, which is CrewAI create crew my project. Once you just install dependency, which is UV sync, dependency is part of this project also, and you can run the command. The project structure for any of the CrewAI project is this. So you have your project, you have source in project, then you have my project, then you have a source inside it. Inside the same name, you have my project. Then you have crew main and then config file where you have agents.yaml and tasks.yaml. Interestingly, this is the only time you will see YAML file being used in agentic development, and there is a reason for that so far. Now, agents are defined in configs.agents.yaml. Each agent has 3 fields plus some of the input that are optional. So, role, goal, and backstory. So, role defines who the agent is, define goal defines what the agent is trying to achieve, and backstory provide the context. You can add the agents in crew.py while running the task. Same thing we do in task. Also we have task.yaml again another, and here we have again some of the mandatory field and some other are. Context can be directly passed just by mentioning the another task. So if I have, like, let's say more than 2 tasks, code task, design task, maybe task, I can just pass that here in this format. So it's very simple, you don't have to worry about anything. Please note these are YAML files, so indentation matters. You cannot write like start from here and here, it will throw an error. Once you have done this, your agent is ready to run. Now let's discuss the dynamic prompts and context parsing. So CrewAI again use Jinja style variable. So it is dynamically injecting the prompt. So do have leverage. So you do have some leverage in terms of defining what variables you want to pass and how it's gonna work. Now CrewAI have some default tool, more than enough for starter project. But if you wanna define your own tools, you can do that too also. So custom tools, how to define that and everything is also attached here. Then we have an overview of coder, the path and everything, what does it do. So that was all for day 8. Tomorrow we'll be working on VectorDB and LangChain.